All right, everybody. This is Frankenstand. Now, I know he doesn't look like a whole lot. We've had this stand for about 18 years, and it has been in the woods pretty much that whole time. Not at the same spot, but it's been in the last spot since probably 2011, and it needs a little work. It's a little bit, probably a little dangerous to sit in. As you can see here, there's not much holding this whole side of the platform up. This is it is a buddy stand, but you can fold this armrest up and it actually has a platform on it so you can bow hunt out of it. Huge platform on this thing, and it is super heavy. It was lovingly named Frankenstand by Jared, who seemed to always be in the right place at the right time when I needed to put this thing up or take it down. Except for this time, he made it clear that he had to do his hair or something. I don't remember, but this thing is a bear to put up and take down. You have to have a tree that has a big limb, just a few feet over the top of this thing. It's 18 feet to the shooting rail. So once you get all this weight up in the air, you have no leverage over it whatsoever. And you have to have a long rope, throw it over to the tree limb, pull this thing up to the four-wheeler while the other guy helps balance it, get it on the tree where it goes. Then you have to go climb up it, hook the standoff to the tree, go all the way up, hook the bottom strap. Once you get the bottom strap on it, you're pretty safe. Hook the top strap and let it down. You just have to reverse that procedure. This thing is just way too heavy to get up. I have put it up without using a rope and the four-wheeler once, and that is the only time I will ever do that again. So what we got to do now is we've got to take this thing apart. I got a friend down the road that's going to do a little welding for me. I'm going to order some of this square tubing, and what I'm going to do tonight is get all these fasteners out and just take it apart, disassemble it so he can do what he needs to do with it. Tomorrow I'll take measurements on this tubing and order it. It's pretty thin-walled stuff, so I'm not going to rebuild the whole thing. It doesn't all need to be replaced. We're just going to get rid of these bad spots. So I am going to replace all of this hardware with stainless steel hardware. It doesn't take long, a year or two, sitting in the woods for this stuff to rust up tight where you can't do anything with it. And that is particularly important up here on this hinge where it's adjustable. And let's say I'll put it up next year, or I will put it up before deer season, obviously, hopefully within the next couple of months. If you put it up this year, let's say you get a new hunting spot or something the following year, and you want to move it, the fasteners down on the ladder that actually brace this to the tree are extremely difficult to open up. It's a wing nut, and I'm just going to get stainless hardware everywhere, stainless wing nut for that spot, and a lock washer in, and be done with it. But you can see where I have lost some bolts over the years moving it, and I replaced it with stainless. That bolt's really too long, but that was what I had found in the building out there. So we're going to go at this and start taking it apart. And you may hear that heater again because the temperature outside is steadily dropping. It was about 22 degrees this morning, and it's actually not too bad right now. And here comes the heater. It's about 56, 57 degrees, but it's going to drop rapidly after dark. So we may have to deal with that again. I apologize for that, but that's right now. It's cold, and in 2 months it won't be. So I'm going to get the working on this thing and set you guys up here where you can see. This video won't be concluded with just tearing this thing down. Once I get it back from my buddy and all these pieces are welded up, I'll make a video of it going back together, and we're going to put some paint on it and see how it turns out. All right, we're going to start out with this stuff because I know we're going to need it. need it on that one. It's been replaced with stainless. Oh, this stuff stinks. Good land. So the first thing I'm going to do before I take anything apart is take plenty of pictures of this thing. I got a pretty good idea of how to put it back together, but I'm just going to do that to be on the safe side. So I'll do that first and then get wrenching. That'll give this PB blaster a little time to set up. All right, pictures are done. I've given the PB blaster a little while to set now. I'm gonna start doing a little wrenching on it. I might need an impact. Thanks a lot. Yep. She broke. There should be 4 of those, 2 1/4, and I think they're 1/4. Okay. Just put that one over there. So that was 4 of those, 2 1/4 long, I think. Okay, I have no idea what size they were because I sat in front of a computer screen for 30 years and I can't read them. Let's see. There we go. So far, so good. These pipes are, or this tubing right here rather, they're actually fairly solid, but all of that came out of them, which is not very encouraging. And these are actually smaller than the rest of the stuff, so I may just order 8 feet of it, I think. Say that again. Longbow in there. She's been in there a long time, buddy. Looks pretty good. Oh, ain't nothing coming out of that one. Out, bruh. Way easier than the carpal tunnel. Just all the way off. Yeah, this one right here is she shot. Right there, it's teed out right there. This deer stand was really just about maybe a year past the safe. Well, you really probably should have taken this deer stand out last year. We're going to get the rest of this. Boy, it is flimsy. I'm going to get the rest of this unbolted here. It's really not good. Get you in close right here so you can see what's going on. So as you can see, this is what we were dealing with. And this bottom tube was not just rotted out on the bottom, it was actually starting to rot out on the top, up here on the top, which when this is sitting right side up, that's the top. And you can see that not just this side's rusted out, but the other side as well. You see where I painted it this year. I don't know that I got in here real good, but I don't know that it matters. I think I did probably just enough last January to save it for this deer season and for Rodney to shoot his deer out of. This is the stand he was sitting in, by the way. Frankenstand. We're gonna fix it though. There's enough of it still good that I don't really want to spend $500 on a new one, because I know that's what a new one's gonna cost. I think we can spend a couple $100 fixing this one and we'll be good. So that's what we're gonna do.
You just could not see him.
I guess there's more PV blaster in my future. Holy cannoli, boy, I do not want to spray this stuff. Oh, it's nasty. All right, I'm going to bring you guys back in here to get a close-up of this. So this is all rust I've been dumping out of this thing. It shouldn't have been so bad to take down this time. I mean, it probably has lost 15 pounds in rust, but it was still bad, because it really needs to weigh about half what it does. But this is what this bottom rail looks like, and this is what the foot platform attaches to. That's the seat, but this is what was holding up the foot platform, or not holding it up, rather, I should say. And then here's this one over here. She was about to give. The good thing about this stand, the way it's designed, is you have a lower cinch point and an upper cinch point, and there's the upper one. So even if the two halves separated, you would probably most likely be able to get out of it before it fell. Because the two halves are strapped independently of each other, so you would probably be able to, you know, if it give a little bit, it would probably snag, and then you'd be able to, you know, get out of it, hopefully. This right here is like sunken battleship type rust right here. It's bad. And I know this one is going to be, you know, you can push it in places, so it's not far behind it. All of this dark stuff on the floor is rust. So anyway, got this guy in here. That's going to be fun. I'm sure that's probably rusted tight, but we're going to get it off. This one's a really fun one right here. I'm going to get all this stuff off, because I am going to buy new hardware for it, and in stainless steel, and I'm going to repaint all of this. I just want you guys to see what it looks like before I start working on it. Prognosis does not look good, I'm going to be honest, but we have the technology. We can rebuild her. Okie dokie. Gotta turn the drill the right way. Sucks. Alright, we're back from the commercial break. This is all we have left here, the tree support. So there's that. There we go. That's the last bolt. So I'm just going to show you guys what happened here. I mean, it looks like a deer stand murder scene. You can probably hear me walking on it. This is all rust. And there's Frankenstand. We'll see what happens after this. We'll see if she can be saved. This video might not come out for a couple more months, but you will see what happens to Frankenstand. We can fix her for sure, but it's just a matter of whether or not it's economically feasible to fix it. It is taller. There's much more room in this stand than pretty much what you can buy from a big box store today. They don't sell these anymore. If you were to go out and buy this stand, you're talking about probably 500 bucks. We paid 235 bucks for it. There's a lot of good parts here, but the labor and the material to fix it may not be worth it. Well, I'll just have to see. I'll get on the internet tomorrow and start looking for material, start looking for bolts. I'm not putting regular bolts back in it. I will put stainless bolts in it. So we'll tally everything up and see if it's just more feasible to buy a new one. If it is, then we'll recycle this. But if it isn't, then we'll order material for it and go forward with it. So I don't know if I'm going to get on this within the next week or so, but hopefully within the next month. So another video may come out before this, maybe a couple of videos, I don't know yet. We'll have to see how it goes and what the tally is on the price to fix it. But I will add this to the video where we're putting it back together if we decide to put it back together. So this is the end of part one. This is the teardown of Frankenstand. Right now it's just not fishing weather, so the fishing videos will come, but for now this is the kind of stuff that we have to do for deer season. So I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for part two.